The Mystery Dungeon series is probably one of the best Pokemon spin-off series today, at least in my opinion. It turns Pokemon into a really good dungeon crawler, and I even think it's got really good stories to tell. I really do wish we actually got a new title on the Switch, but at the same time, I'm actually kind of glad the first game got a remaster on the system too. These games are really fun to play, and I think it gives you a good reason to actually explore the dungeons other than getting stronger, which I will get into. These games also have some really fun post games, which is great because the stories aren't really too long. Like, for example, I think I finished the main stories of Explorers of Darkness in about 15 hours, but still, I had a lot of fun in those hours as well. Also, no, I haven't really played the 3DS titles as much or like at all yet. I'm still probably planning to play Gates to Infinity, but I assume that they still have the same feel and enjoyment as the other games. So honestly, with all that said, let's actually get into some of the reasons why I actually do really love this series. I think the gameplay has to be one of the better parts of it because it takes what the main series does and translates it into a dungeon crawler like I said before. It also changes how some moves work and makes it feel like how it should work in the anime, or even if say Pokemon was a more real-time game. Moves like Wall Pulse and Bubble Boom shoot in a straight line across like the area you're in, and stuff like Quick Attack actually make you move a bit farther away, and a lot of other moves actually work similar to that, where some of them hit everyone in the room or whatever else. I think it's a cool way to visualize these moves, and again it makes it feel like it's actually how these moves are imagined in like the anime or whatever else. The whole reason you actually get into these dungeons is because you have to do missions, and I feel it's a good progression point just because they actually increase your rank, which is not unique at all, but frankly I think again it gives you a good reason to go inside these dungeons other than you wanting to level up. Then there's also recruiting different Pokemon, and I admit it's not the greatest since it is up into RNG, but I know you can actually abuse it later on in the game, so again I'm not really all too mad. And then there was the DS games where they actually let you get Pokédex from jobs, and you actually get different Pokemon from that after they hatch, which I do like because frankly you might you can use that to get Pokemon that you might not normally get inside these dungeons. The stories in these games are also really good, at least from what I've played, and that has to be Red Rescue Team and Explorers of Darkness. I do think Explorers of Darkness has the better story, but both of these are still pretty solid. I know that Explorers of Sky actually has a bit more expanded events compared to Explorers of Darkness, but I still think that the original is still a pretty solid game. I don't really want to spoil it, but I will tell you that at least for the rating of the games, they're actually really solid, and I think in some cases they can do better than the main series, at least in pacing and just not feeling down like a slog just to get through, which I think is a really good thing. The post games of these titles can also do pretty good, and honestly I feel like it's somewhat rewarding. Red Rescue Team has you going around and you being able to recruit different legendaries, along with raising your rank and evolving whatever Pokemon you recruit. DS games actually have some extra dungeons along with recruiting new Pokemon as well, but it also has some actual side story content like the graduation. I think these ones are actually really cool just because it makes you go play the game a little bit longer and just really enjoyable. I honestly also don't really want to spoil much about these games, especially the stories, but still I feel like they really feel satisfying, and the stories are actually really funny yet also very serious as well. I think it's a perfect blend of these two, and I think these games have some pretty good writing, as I said before, and these are just Pokemon side games, which actually is pretty surprising since they get a lot of love and attention, at least when they were made back in the day. If you're ever interested in this series, at least give the remake of the first game on the Switch if you have the money to actually spend it, since I think it's labeled as a full price game, so you can spend quite a bit of money on it. But frankly, still I think it's a really charming game, and frankly I think this is one of the best Pokemon side games so far. Then there's also the DS games, which I don't think it's too expensive for a copy, at least with Explorers of Darkness, because I think I got that back in the day for $20, and I got offhand, not from the actual Nintendo, but if you want a physical copy, at least I got mine for 20 Canadian dollars, so that's something. But regardless, I think going with the story just seeing those events unfold. And even then, because you can actually get different starters to play on the quiz, and that's actually a whole different thing. Like, I actually don't really mind the quiz. I think it's kind of fun just to like randomly do it and get whatever starter. But if you want a certain starter, you can just look online for like to see what answers you can give to actually get whatever you want. But still, I think it's still pretty fun. And honestly, I think that like, you know, just doing a lot of the different stuff, like exploring the dungeons, recruiting Pokemon, and, you know, having different movesets on each Pokemon just to try stuff out, I think it's super enjoyable. Here's hoping at least this video made you somewhat interested in this series. I don't know if I did a good job. I'll probably do likes and dislikes on this series a little bit later, but still, thank you guys for watching and see you guys later.